Just the back and forth momentum swap. That there's a big rock. Here comes Romero. But a pull counter.
There we go. We have a champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Good, y'all. Romero 17 here, and today we're going to be showcasing UFC 225 2018 Alter Ego Robert Whittaker. Now, the main difference between this Alter Ego in comparison to the other Robert Whittaker is that this one has significantly better health stats, better chin, better recovery, and is more striking oriented, whereas the active version of Robert Whittaker is a little bit better in the grappling department, just a little bit more well-rounded in that regard. But this Alter Ego version of Robert Whittaker with all of his stats and Carve the Wood is another perk that helps out his stats. That's going to be very, very important in trading. Incoming damage is less effective when you have a less health than the opponent, so it's going to be +3 to your health stat depending on which one is lower than your opponent. Every other perk that is listed here is essentially a +4 to whatever stat is entailed in the description. So we're going to take on Robert Whittaker, Alter Ego, UFC 225 into some online play, and we're going to have some fun. 225, Robert Whittaker took on Yoel Romero in what was a classic bout. It was a really, really intense bout where Robert Whittaker survived some crazy power from Yoel Romero. Won via decision. But it was one of those fights where you're like, man, this guy might be a champion for a long time. Of course, he ended up losing to Israel Mubulashi Temitayo Denaya Adesanya. But that does not mean that this man is by any means any less of a fighter than who he is. And this Robert Whittaker, I can already tell you he's a little bit smoother than the other iteration. Of course, his move levels are going to be relatively the same. His ducking roundhouse is one of his better weapons. And you can use this ducking roundhouse in conjunction with a cross. So if you go input the cross and then you go R1, triangle, and circle, if you're in orthodox, and it'll be flip-flopped if you're in southpaw, which I don't know why you'd be in southpaw for. But it's a good strike to mix up with the high-low threat with Robert Whittaker. Especially when you're using the body jab, using the jab to the head. His oblique kick, if it didn't turn into a knee there, it almost got me killed. It's another weapon of his. So if you want to showcase Robert Whittaker to the best of your ability, this is going to be your focus. Lots of striking, lots of darting in and out. He has a really solid idol and a nasty 1-2. We're taking on this Jared Cannonier, who's pretty aggressive, kind of lunging into strikes, trying to go in with the front kick. Now alternating to the body. Yeah, this Robert is smooth. Opposite kick on legs, that's going to be cool. No problem there. Robert Whittaker, with the Carve of Wood perk that comes in clutch in exchanges like this. We'll talk as much as we can. I got good. Oh, Bobby. So we try to get ourselves a nice finish. Now, I've taken a note on how he's throwing low every time he throws a straight. We'll draw him in. See that? He follows up right after. We'll see if we can try to set up. There we go. And we got the signature Robert Whittaker head kick to kick off this showcase at the expense of Jared Cannonier. Khamzat Chimaev, who Robert Whittaker is going to be taking on next. So I actually have to start getting a Chimaev showcase ready. This is going to be a good bout if it ends up happening. We're just going to wait for our opponent to touch gloves. No, does not want to touch gloves. That's cool by me. Now, other weapons of Robert Whittaker that he uses pretty well, aside from his oblique kick, is that he has a pretty nasty lead body side kick as well. Super important. Oh, he got the slam. It's all right. No concern, because we have ourselves a nice get-up. The main thing about Robert Whittaker is his skills as a karateka as well as his boxing for the division. Even though it's relatively simple, a lot of it blends in well with his style of striking. So it's a lot of in-and-out work. We're going to stop that takedown, and I think it's going to provide a lot of fits for Khamzat Chimaev. Of course, we still have to wonder about Whittaker's durability. Not this one, but the current active form of Robert Whittaker. Khamzat is trying to fire off some knees, which is not a problem. Feed him right back. Check that kick. Notice how this Khamzat is trying to lunge in. And what I'm going to look to do is, there we go, catch one of those lower body shots. No slam this time. Punish him in single under. Another knee attempt from this Chimaev. Robert Whittaker has to be probably one of the most underrated he doesn't really get as much flowers as he should for what he did in the middleweight division. It wasn't his fault that Michael Bisping ducked him. He fought the fight that Michael Bisping did not want to have, which was against Yoel Romero, and he fought that man twice. And with the alter egos, I think one could argue that there could be other alter egos. Like, for example, the Max one. Max didn't really need an alter ego. I don't think he did. I'm still going to showcase him, of course, especially because he's fighting this weekend, so it'll probably be a double Max type showcase. But the Robert one, it's pretty cool because it gives you viability in terms of options with your playstyle. And it seems to me that this Chimaev is lost in what he wants to do. He's trying to fire off the elbow. A little bit of a spike there. And another stinging body kick lands. Uh-oh. Unable to get the takedown of Chimaev. Body hook is landing. This Robert is crazy good. That, like, those 4 points in buff to the power stat on top of his already great move levels against level 5 and level 4 move levels all about, especially with his body teep kick. Like, you see the stamina that's going down. He actually died that. I tried to sneak that one in. Pretty clean, pretty clean. And this Chimaev is gassing. And I think that if Robert Whittaker plays with his threats extremely well and he keeps Chimaev guessing, still integrating a bit of his own wrestling, not to fully commit to shot. You don't really want to commit and get underneath somebody like Chimaev that has strong Darce chokes or anything like that, but using his longer weapons like the lead body side kick, keeping Chimaev at the end of his kicking range and then intercepting him when he needs to. That is what this Robert Whittaker did extremely well throughout his career, and it's going to be very important for that Robert Whittaker, the current one, the active one, to bring that in with him when he takes him on. High kick lands. Try to wrap up the intensity. Just trying to catch us at the end of a combination. No need for you. Beautiful mix-up. Body teep lands. There we go. Signature. Not today. Not today. Yeah, this guy is... This gives me like flashbacks to how Robert Whittaker was. How did he get it? How did he get it? How did he get the fucking snap? Oh. I don't know how. He must have panicked or something to not get that takedown. All he had to do was input X, but doesn't matter. This Robert Whittaker is... We're going to start seeing a lot of this Robert Whittaker on ranked championships because he is fucking good. He's smooth on the feet. He deals a great amount of power, and his moveset is just absolutely clean, bro. That's another brutal knockout. We're going to go for one more fight, and then we're going to call it a showcase. Right, our opponent chose one of the other fighters that was added last week with Brandon Allen. He was one of 9 fighters that were added last week, and we had 3 alter egos. We're going to wait for him to, there we go, come to center. Has pretty good grappling stats. We showcased him not too long ago. But what the fuck are you doing? With Brandon Allen, the key thing is we try to work the legs a little bit, and Robert Whittaker, his skirmisher perk, helps out exponentially with working off of the back foot, oblique kicks, a lot of grappling weapons, anti-grappling weapons, excuse me. Seems like our opponent here is kind of overreacting to everything that we're kind of doing. So we're going to hang back. We're going to hang back and this time play a little bit more on the counter. Blitz with the 1-2. 1-2. Back to the body teep. Calf kick. Rear front kick. And I forget that Brandon Allen also has the lead oblique kick. Seems like he's trying to spin. And the main thing about Robert Whittaker is that he, for such a long duration of time, He's pretty much held the upper echelon of the middleweight division. He's never lost to anybody that wasn't a champion in middleweight. Dricus du Plessis, Israel Adesanya. Who else? In welterweight, he lost to Stephen Thompson. So he's had a pretty long, successful career as a middleweight. Now, it does suck for him that Israel Adesanya is fighting for the belt against Dricus du Plessis. Both men that both defeated him. But depending on how those fights go, it could give him a third final shot. Of course, he has to get past Chimaev. To get past Chimaev. Because if he doesn't win that bout, then we can kind of say that his title contention days are probably behind him. There we go. 1-2. Walked right into that one. Try to fire off the front kick. We'll see. Maybe he's going to probably look to grapple. Maybe we could try to land some of Robert Whittaker's lead hooks. He has a nasty lead hook. A couple of stinging counters throughout his career. He pulled that one by accident. Don't know why this guy's kind of bobbling his stick there. There we go. Beautiful slip to the inside. Inside hook. And this is not looking too good for this Brendan Allen. Back to the body jab. Intercepting cross. There we go. Right back to that body work. Oblique kick. Let's see. Not going to opt to take us down. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was close. But not close enough. That's a solid first round. Have him missing all over the place. His stamina's going down. Lots of inefficient movement from Brendan Allen. I can see a matchup happening between these two, being that Brendan Allen just won his close bout against Chris Curtis. If Robert Whittaker were to lose, I could see him taking on the loser of the bout between Chimaev and Robert Whittaker. The middleweight division has a lot of solid new blood. I mean, even with Dricus du Plessis becoming a champion, it did give Adesanya a chance to reclaim the title, but it's also giving Robert Whittaker a chance to reclaim the title, who did also express wanting to fight Sean Strickland. But Sean Strickland is kind of waiting on the result of du Plessis and Adesanya. Either way, round 2 now. I'm going to stick to the game plan. Didn't realize he was trying to reach out for a glove touch. We'll slip that. He's moving his head. Front kick. There it is. Oh my God. That lead hook is no joke. Let's go to the mount position real quick. Don't want to give him a chance to kind of slip one of my shots. Say that he does that. Okay, that's cool. Is that the heel hook? Yes, it is. Let's go for the arm triangle. Oh, we don't get it. We'll let him escape. He's feeling it. I think one of my favorite Robert Whittaker performances was not the one against Yoel. The second Yoel fight was one that was heavily contested. You know, some people thought that Yoel had won that bout, but for Robert Whittaker, he ended up becoming the champion with that. Our opponent quit. That kind of sucks. We want to get a nice clean KO to end the showcase, but I guess we're not going to have that luxury. We're going to go search for another fight and then try to call it a show. Try to end things off against this Joe Pyfer. Interesting pick. You don't see him getting picked much at all. He's actually pretty decent as a 4-star. And had he won his bout against Jack Hermanson, he would have had a good chance of maybe getting a more high-profile matchup. It was risky for him to take on somebody like Jack Hermanson, who's a bona fide contender, who's fought in multiple main events against the who's who in the middleweight division. But it came a little bit short despite all the promo. Either way, though, still a dangerous threat, and we're going to treat it as such. There, use the body front kick to knock him down. And clinch knees. Does a good job of blocking each strike. Long cross from Joe Pyfer. Body bags Pyfer. Try to go for the body front kick. Back to the body front kick. Using that to kind of alleviate the pressure. Check that kick. I don't know why he's trying to kick me with Joe Pyfer. Doesn't make sense. Oblique kick keeps him in his tracks. It's because of the buff to leg kicks from the patch. It's made a lot of people who have the oblique kick in their arsenal very, very very, very viable. Although I don't know how that last head kick landed, but we'll chalk it up to EA. Either way, 5 rounds to work. Hand back. Not today. There we go. Keeps trying to land his overhand over the top, but we're just a little bit too on point with Robert. 1, 2. Still tries to kick the bad leg. Back to the overhand. Oblique kick lands. Yeah, this is target practice. Another body front kick. Oh, that one won. Oh, finally I was able to stay down. Let's see, let's see. There we go. No 3-piece combo for you. Okay, that was weird. What's he trying to do? Trying to take us down? Look, you're lucky I'm not in the mood to grapple today. There we go. Right, now we got 10 seconds left. We can try to pursue this knockdown or take down or not. He quit. Well, you know what? That was a nice sequence. We're going to call it a showcase there. Overall review on Alter Ego Robert Whittaker. He's very, very good. And we're going to be seeing a lot of this Alter Ego Robert Whittaker on ranked championships. So be prepared for the return of Bobby Knuckles. From Era 17, I appreciate y'all. Much love. Take care. And have a wonderful weekend. I'm out of here.